from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
Let's go to our next game. We got Oklahoma taking on Texas. This line opened up in favor of Texas -5. Right now, that line's at -5.5. And the total's been pretty much consistent. It's at 59.5. Oklahoma State Cowboys are 5-0 on the year, 3-2 against the spread, while the Longhorns coming off that debacle in the Red River Shootout. They're 4-2 on the year, 4-2 against the spread. Let's see if there's any major injuries going on for both squads right now. I know Oklahoma State is plagued with injuries on all sides of the balls and players out for the season for undisclosed issues. The running back Brown, he's out indefinitely. He was a big timer. Offensive lineman Seals, he's questionable. Fullback Carter, he's questionable. Braden Johnson, he's out for the year. Defensive end Martin, he's questionable. Sterling, one of the top stud defensive backs, he's out for the year. Running back Jackson, he's questionable. Wide receiver Anderson, he's questionable as well. One of the top defensive ends. Ford, he's out for the year as well. And Green is questionable with a hand injury. And let's see how Texas is looking at coming off that game. Thompson, the defensive back, he is questionable, but he played last week when he was questionable with a concussion. Whittington, he's out indefinitely. He went out last game with a collarbone injury. That's one of their top wide receivers. Lindbrock, he's still out. And Barron, he is questionable with the defensive back with a knee injury this year. Questionable for this game. Oklahoma State coming off a 24-14 victory against Baylor 2 weeks ago, while again Texas is coming off that debacle 48-55 against OU. Get to these actual factuals real quick. Oklahoma State, they're 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games. The total has gone under 14 out of the last 20 games. They're 7-0 straight up in the last 7 games. They're 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games against Texas. 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games against Texas. 4-2 against the spread and straight up in the last 6 games against Texas. The unders hit 5 out of the last 7. 5 out of the last 5 when Oklahoma State is on the road. OU 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 games. The overs hit 4 out of the last 5 games. They're 9-2 straight up in the last 12 games. 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games at home. The unders hit 7 out of the last 8 games when playing at home against Oklahoma State. They're 6-2 straight up in the last 8 games in the Big 12 Conference. Texas, can they bounce back? Oklahoma State undefeated. Can they keep that O in the losing bracket? Marley, what you feel about this one?
My bad. Flat top, Michigan State first half.
We can get to it later because
Okay, all right, we'll do it at the end then. All right. Can UT bounce back from the debacle that they had last week? I don't know. That was bad, coach.
Yeah, it messed up everything. It messed up my whole day, man.
It fucked me off too. I had to battle the rest of the day. But from a player's perspective, and for those of us that play even high school football, if you play no college ball, high school football, and if you've been on a bad team, do you ever think before the game starts that y'all are gonna lose? Unless you're just playing. I'm not talking about if you're playing just a team that's they beat everybody ass week in and week out. But coach, I say senior year, we was on a pretty talented, team. Could have won or lost all of our games, regardless. Even the game we played, Hightower, that we won, we weren't supposed to win. They beat us all the time. Going into that game, did you think we were gonna lose? You hear me, coach?
No, I thought we was gonna win. I said absolutely not.
Right. So I say that to say this, because people say that shit on a lot of talk shows. What's the team thinking and can they bounce back and blah, blah, blah. As a player, unless I can't really think of the bad teams I was on, but 99% of the time, until we were just getting our ass beat when kickoff started, I thought we can win. So my headspace is always going to be fine, at least before the game kicks off. Now, if they start jumping on our ass and we suck and I know we can't come back, maybe. I don't know. For the most part, I think I've always thought like we can still win this game. So I say that to say, yes, Texas can bounce back. Will they bounce back is a different story. I like Texas first half. I think they're going to come out inspired based off what happened. The offense never got stopped. They still put up 50 points on OU, regardless of what the defense did in the second half. So they're going to score. OU's giving up only like 16 points a game, but they haven't played anybody. Baylor's a good team. Don't sleep on Baylor. They beat Baylor 24-14. They got started late, though. But before that, we got Kansas State, Boise. I know Boise just beat BYU. It's an upset. Shit happens. Almost like a rivalry game there. Then Tulsa and Morehouse State. I don't see the comp. So I think this will be a high-scoring game because Texas defense is fucking trash. But I like Texas first half to jump on them early, playing inspired ball. Back home, based off the bullshit that happened, I think they'll be fired up. I know the offense is going to score. I'm not worried about that. So I like Texas first half. Should be about a field goal. So if it's a field goal or less, take the spread. If it's over 3, take the money line. And yes, that defense is trash. That's why I won't take the full game minus the 5, but I'll take the first half.
I like Texas in this spot just because I have been following this Oklahoma State team. Dude, and this quarterback, Spencer Sanders, he don't play good on the road. And granted, he just be making a lot of mistakes, a lot of boneheaded mistakes. And you talking about going on the road and it plagued with injuries. Well, the injuries hasn't caught up to him yet because they haven't really played anybody. And when they played somebody, Baylor, they were at home and they were protected. So I like BJ Robinson going off of this game. Now, losing Whittington at the wide receiver position is big, but I like Texas to come out strong, come out quick, and I like Sarkisian to keep his foot on the gas this week to not have another debacle. Because if he has another debacle, he's going to lose that locker room, guaranteed. So, where we at right now? So you like Texas first half?
I like Texas first half.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to take Texas with the points minus 5.5. I like that first half play too. Might back you up and take that first half also.
I feel like they should come out fired up. Based off last week, Sark got to show something. He can't take another loss neither this year. Yeah. Not this early.
Hey man, be sure to like, subscribe, follow. If this is your first time tuning in, our platform is growing. We were at 2,000. We lost our YouTube page right when we were starting to get paid, and we are climbing back with original content. So keep supporting us, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We will be cutting up these videos moving forward, so you can kind of search a lot quicker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from